Today we're going to take a closer look at our plugin for Cinema 4D, KCA MoCapV2 Pro. We are assuming that you are working on a computer with Windows 8, that you have installed Cinema 4D Studio, release 14 or higher, as well as the Kinect SDK 2 for the Kinect V2, and of course our plugin. So let's run Cinema 4D, and if you have installed our plugin correctly, you will be able to find it under the main menu, Plugins, and we want to start by making a recording of our movements. So we go to Motion Capture V2 Prime and Recording Room. Actually, the recording room is the same whether you purchase the Prime or Studio version. What varies is the editing room, and the user interface will open automatically. Basically, you work yourself through from left to right, so we're just going to click on the tab that is on the far left that says Scan. You can make one quick scan of your environment as part of the pre-visualization of your project. You can also pre-visualize the acting by making a series of quick scans. You have the option to optimize the polygons, which gives you a much smoother result in the mesh, but it also slows down the process. But here you have the number of scans at 30 frames per second. You're probably familiar with this, so if you want to record 1 second, you would have to type in 30 frames. If you want to record 5 seconds, you would have to type in a value of 30 frames per second by 150. And to get the scanner going, you just click on Scan and start moving right in front of it. Here you can see your environment is being scanned. I'm just going to cut the video off right here and show you directly the result. I didn't activate Optimize Polygons and chose 210 frames. You notice that there's a little bit of noise in the mesh because I didn't activate Optimize Polygons, but it made the whole process quicker. So this is basically what it looks like when you open your saved file of a series of quick scans that you made. The only thing I've modified so far is to put everything under a null object. And I'm just going to take one out to show you what it looks like. So this is what it would look like. And we have actually just released an upgrade that allows you to make a quick animation of this series of quick scans so that you can pre-visualize the animation of your project. Let's take a look at the next tab. This is about quick scans, and I'm going to show you later how to make that animation. So for example, if for some reason I want my recording to start at frame 100, it jumps in the timeline to frame 100. Let's put that back to the default value 0. For example, if I want more than just 1,000 frames to record, I'll say, maybe 2,000 frames. Click enter, and you will see that my timeline has automatically increased to 2,000 frames. Now here's something that you need to take into account. If you, for example, just need to make a recording of the body, you check everything off. You deactivate it. However, if you want to make a recording of your facial expressions, then you need to also activate the body. This is still a limitation by Microsoft Kinect. It needs to track your full body, so you need to stand away from the Kinect far enough so it can track your full body before it can start tracking the face. And for that purpose you can move closer, and once it tracked your body, only once, it doesn't matter if it doesn't track it later on because you're standing too close to the Kinect, that's okay. We can also activate audio, and then in addition you have the option of tracking 1, 2 and up to 3 bodies at the same time. which makes, I think this is a fair amount of actors to track in the space that the Kinect V2 offers you as a recording area. Now, the really cool thing about this, about our software, is that it recognizes the color that someone is wearing, the basic color. So if you want to differentiate your actors by color, you can do that. So one person can wear red and the skeleton will be red. Another person can wear blue and their skeleton will be blue. So you can actually see yourself and recognize yourself, identify yourself in the scene and where you're moving. Now that we have a motion capture recording, we can move to the Editing tab. Here we can see B1, 2, and 3. B stands for body. Since we only recorded one person, only B1 is active. Click on B1, and inside the Attributes Manager, you will see the corresponding options. These quick editing options can only be applied before smoothing. Hip height correction. We suggest that you record a walk at the beginning, even if you don't need it later. Choose a side view of the scene. In a normal walk, only one knee should bend at a time. Adjust this value to make sure this happens. If we go down too much, then both knees are bent while you're walking all the time, and that looks weird. So now you can see, though, what this does. So this looks much better. The other two options, keep ankle on ground and wrist tolerance, basically what they do is to help you maintain those body parts as still as possible to avoid jittering. So the higher the values, the more you're avoiding jittering, and this is really interesting and comes in handy when in shots when you're standing and your feet don't move much, or you're sitting and your wrists are resting calmly on the armrest. You can animate these values only for the sections of frames that you need. And once you are happy with your first editing options, you can and you should apply the smoothing. You can apply it to the body or the face or both. This action cannot be undone, so even though we strongly recommend that you always use this option, it's better if you save a backup file of the original file. Now I have this file in another computer, so I'm not going to do that. But I'm just going to apply smoothing to body, because in this recording I know that I only used body. And so now I'm going to play this quickly so you can see it without smoothing. And now we're going to apply smoothing, which is really fast. And now we can play it again, and you will see that it's moving much more calm. Okay, this is pretty much what you can do inside the recording room, and in the next video we're going to move to the editing room and your editing possibilities.